Hi, this is Logan Proipel, and you're listening to Enter You. This is normally the part where me, the host, tells you a little bit about myself, but if you're a fan of the show, you should know better by now. I am only the facilitator. On Enter You, we bring in two professionals from any field to discuss a topic that you, the audience, gets to decide. I'm only here to bring the professionals to you. So without further ado, allow me to introduce them. David Aventhorpe has been a game developer for the past 30 years. He's also a major advocate for public transit and is on his way to publishing his first book titled Platforms and Platformers. Albert Hughes is a self-described fun lover and party haver, and when pushed to describe his area of expertise, he simply said, "Please, man, just give me a shot." And because of today's specific topic, we will. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Logan. Thanks for letting me call into the show.
I can't say I know exactly what's happening, but I can say I'm glad to be here.
Fantastic. Well, then let's dig in. Today's topic was submitted by Allison Strong. Allison, thanks for your submission. I'm really excited about this one. The topic is leap of faith. Albert, David, it's all you.
Mr. Aventhorpe.
Just David is fine.
David it is. David, can I just start by saying that I am wildly inspired by your novel? I mean, just based on the title alone, I'm amazed, but I'm also confused. Is it about trains and games?
I'm writing an analytical expose right at the intersection of commute and computer. Games aren't made in a closed loop. They're made by massive teams of people who each have something meaningful to contribute.
Why is it important for people to know about?
That's kinda harsh.
I'm so sorry, let me rephrase.
No,
There's a
it's
missing
all right.
piece for me. Why should we care about this? Because I do, or at least I want to, but I don't know what this book's rallying cry is.
Well, what I want to look at is effectively a discussion of representation in the games industry, the democratization of storytelling, and the accessibility of game making to a larger public.
Is game making not accessible right now?
It is, and it isn't. There are a plethora of tools for indie developers that are becoming easier and easier to use. And that's important because then more kinds of stories are being told. And that's exactly what we want, a world where everyone's stories can hold the same weight.
But that's not how it is.
No, there's a certain kind of story that still rises to the top, and for better or for worse, it's often quote-unquote stories that offer players an aggressive power fantasy.
Do you think games make people more violent?
Well, first of all, no. Not at all. It's been disproven again and again. I mean, if anything, it's a way to vent emotionally, but second of all, that's not even what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that these aggressive power fantasies are making people worse. I'm saying that there's one kind of shoot-'em-up, immoral, black and white, gameplay redundant story that seems to get all the marketing and movement behind it. There are more stories to tell, and I'm not even saying that those games are bad, just that there's more. And those games are just as polished and just as enjoyable to play.
Okay, so help me out because I've lost the thread. How does this relate to your new book?
Right, sorry, got it, yeah. The book looks at just two statistics. How do people in the games industry get to work, and how do they specifically get to contribute to these AAA games?
Oh, wow. So is there a correlation between the two?
Well, I guess you'll have to read the book. I don't want to skip over the important details, of course.
Was that a segue?
Was what a what?
Skip over the details? Leap of faith? Did you do that all intentionally?
No, I did not, but that's good. Yeah, we're talking about Leap of Faith, not my book. Let's do that. You've been asking me questions. Now it's my turn, Mr. Hughes.
Albert is fine.
Albert it is. Albert, do you have a faith?
I have faith in things, but I wouldn't consider myself religious. Do you?
Sure, I believe in God some, at least enough to put up a pine for the kids each year, but what's the difference between having faith in things and being religious?
Well, to start, it's not faith in an afterlife. And funny enough, since we're talking about a leap in faith, I don't know that religion works that way. With religion, I feel it's like having faith or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's that simple, but I see what you're going for.
Well, it's like this. You don't take a leap when it comes to God because a leap is almost an isolated incident. A leap of faith isn't a lifelong commitment in the same way. A leap is a leap.
A leap is a leap, okay. So, what's a leap that you've taken?
Oh, David, that's a Pandora's box right there.
Well, I should hope so. It's the topic of the show.
You make a fair point.
So,
Well, what direction do you want to go in?
the only way forward is through.
Smallest to largest or largest to smallest?
Largest to smallest. Let's get in the good stuff before Logan gives us the hook.
I was once invited to another country by a complete stranger.
How complete? Like, talked online for a few weeks and then packed your bags?
Complete. Like in an airport, on a connecting flight, ready to head home for the last week of my 2 weeks paid time off when the airport security heard me singing to myself and said, "Shame you're not staying in town. Karaoke night on the bar on 4th Street.
Were they asking you out? Is this the story of how you fell in love?
David, this is the story of how I'm on this show.
I don't even know how to respond to that. Logan, is that true?
I'm just surprised as you are. Albert, is that true?
If you're willing to take a leap of faith and believe me, I'll tell you how.
I'm willing.
So let me quickly recap by saying that their comment was probably a throwaway. I'm willing to bet that they were even making fun of me, but I heard him, so I walked up to him and I said, "Sean, you've got yourself a date."
Sean, did you just make up a name for him?
No, I just read his name tag, but maybe that would have been funnier. But no, I read his name tag and his complete look of embarrassment. But he took me there, and he bought me the exact right amounts of drinks for me to sing the safety dance, and then he left.
He left?
He left. So I'm in a brand new country that was, mind you, just supposed to be a stop before going back home, but I clearly missed my flight. I got ghosted by my date, and if you were hoping for a cherry on top, this is it. I lost my wallet.
Albert, at what point do I stop believing you? There's just no way. You got to be making all of this up.
No more than you're making your book up.
How do you even handle a situation like that?
Another leap of faith.
My legs are going to get tired from all of this leaping.
I told the bartender they apparently knew Sean and decided that he was an idiot for leaving me behind. After staying till 3 a.m. searching for my wallet, they offered to let me couch surf for the night. So, take jet lag, a bad date, and definitely too much drink mourning the loss of your wallet, and you get me passed out for 14 hours. David, are you sitting down for this?
I'm sitting down.
I wake up with a 150-pound horse of a dog already laying on top of me. Apparently I didn't notice, and this Neapolitan Mastiff decided to get comfy, and get this, I also woke up to a note from the bartender. Instructions for dog sitting, so I could pay off my tab from the night before. I was on that couch for 3 months, saving up for a ticket home and learning to care for the sweetest dog you've ever met, and every day was a new leap of faith. I joined a dog walking group, I made friends, I went on plenty more and plenty worse first dates, and as you can expect, I got extremely fired from my job. My life's been a big leap of faith since then.
My head is spinning just hearing about it. That's not a leap of faith. It's a running, jump, and glide of faith. That's literally a 747 takeoff of faith, a paraglide of faith.
I like that. I like that there's more than just a leap of faith, bigger and smaller, a bungee jump of faith, or a hopscotch of faith, a backflip of faith, or a pop shove-it of faith.
But how can you know? I mean, you knew you were taking a risk when you ditched your flight, but there's no way to have known it was a volcanic swan dive of faith.
Right. Well, I'd like to say that you can assess the risk, right? That's how you know how much of a leap it is. But obviously you can't account for every factor. I think the real answer is you don't know. I mean, you really don't know anything. When you take a risk, you really do risk it all.
How do you know if it's worth it? Was there light at the end of the tunnel or something that got you through it all?
I think there was when I first started. You know, you tell yourself it's going to be all right because what else can you do? I told myself when I get home again, it'll be a great story to tell.
Well, it's true.
It's not, though. It's not true because, David, I didn't make it back.
You're still there?
No, I mean, I did make it back metaphorically. I did. I saved up and said a million thank yous to the bartender, who's now like my best friend, and I made it home and got another job, yada, 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 yada. But I didn't make it back to where I was before. Or to who I was before.
Right. Yeah, it changed you.
Sure, it changed me, but you were asking about the light at the end of the tunnel. Look, I realized about a month in that I was helpless. I had no control of the situation, so I stopped looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. I let my eyes adjust. Are you taking notes?
I'm taking notes. I have something for later. Go on.
Okay, right. I stopped looking for the light. I let my eyes adjust. It wasn't dark in the tunnel, not really. I was just so focused on the finish that I couldn't see the beautiful decoration on the walls. It wasn't my original interior design, but it was mine for the time.
Oh, you're pretty good with words for a professional fun lover.
You can thank my extremely well-paid therapist for that.
See, I think what your story shows is that everything is a risk, and you either run forward and leap at full speed, or you fall into the darkest depths of the darkest tunnel.
Feel free to make a game about it.
Wait. But how did that get you onto the show?
Oh, right. One of the women in my dog walking groups listens all the time. She got me hooked, and I have been bombarding Logan with cute puppy eyes for like half a year asking to be on the show.
I can officially confirm that story is true.
Well, for me, almost every leap of faith I've taken has been financial. New investment in a car or an apartment or in new classes to improve my skills. Now and again, it's been the leap of faith like asking out the woman who became my wife, but it was a bit more planned. You just threw caution to the wind.
I think I'm just a bit more open to risk and a lot worse with risk management. What's this note that you took?
I wrote down one word. All I need to sum up my thoughts.
Lay it on me.
Icarus.
Who flew too close to the sun?
Who took a leap of faith.
And died for it, so that's dark.
No, see, that's the point. It was very pointedly bright. Ignore the part about the hubris and the strange parallel I accidentally made to flying with wings versus not flying on your plane, but he took a leap of faith into the light. There was always light. There was always hope. He didn't get what he wanted, but not everyone does. I haven't always. Icarus took a flight of faith, and there was light all along the way.
You're pretty good with words for someone who's publishing a book.
Thank you. It's scary to publish a book. You don't know if it's going to go well, but I will put on my wings and leap with the reckless abandon of a certain Albert Hughes. Hopefully I land okay.
I think you will.
David Aventhorpe and Albert Hughes, thank you so much for being on the show. You've made me a bit more faithful today myself.
Thanks for taking a leap of faith with me. David, I can't wait to read your book.
Thanks for having me on the show, and Albert, thanks for the metaphors.
This has been Enter You, a microphone for you and your stories. I've been your host, Logan Proipel, and if you have any topic ideas or if you want to be on the show, go ahead and comment down below. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, do the things. Heck, share it with people in your life, because these are the conversations everyone should be and could be having. So until next time, if you're feeling as brave as Icarus, may you take your leap of faith and fly and land forever changed.